What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much once again for joining me for part 3 of our chicken parm saga. Now this part is actually going to be the easiest part, but I do have to say, guys, if you have not watched part 1 and part 2 and you got lost during this, go back and check them out now. I will put cards up here, up top, wherever they pop up. I forget which side. Go ahead and click on those. They'll take you to the other videos. Then come on back and watch this video. However, if this is the only part that you need to see, then I'm glad you're here and we're going to roll right into it, so you're in luck. Alright, guys. As you can see, I've got my chicken seared off nicely like you saw in the last video. I've actually got these kind of shingled in the pan a little bit. There's a lot of chicken here. I've actually got 2 Pyrex pans full. If these chickens were thicker, like if you remember back in the first video how thick that chicken was, shingling like this would not be a good idea. They will never ever cook. But because we cut these thin and we pounded them out and we breaded them real nice and then we seared them off a little bit in the cast iron pan, I am not afraid to shingle these up. I've got my oven heated up to 400 degrees. Now what we're going to do is sauce up this chicken. Now you don't have to go crazy. I know you're wanting to dump this whole jar on the pan. You don't need to do that, alright? You're going to take it and you're just going to dump it on there. You're going to wiggle, whatever. Shake it back and forth a little bit, get it on there. Alright, now that's about half the jar that's on here right now. And we're going to take your hands. You can't be afraid to get your hands dirty doing this. Alright, and we're going to spread it out and see how far we can actually get it to stretch. Looks like we're going to need a little bit more. Alright, so we're just going to take a little bit more with our unsaucy hand. Whoops. And drop some in the areas that need to get covered. Now, again, you don't want to go crazy. You just want to put a little bit. The reason you don't want to go crazy is because you don't want your breading getting soggy. You want to keep it nice and delicious and semi-crispy. It's going to get soggy a little bit. It's getting cooked again and everything else. Alright, but you don't want to go crazy because then you end up with a big, sloppy, saucy mess and it's just no good. So you want to keep a nice thin layer of sauce on the top, okay? And now, I was smart and I bought 2 jars for this, so we're going to use the rest of this sauce all over this other pan of chicken. Okay, so we've got this laid out. I'm actually going to wash my hand real quick. I think I'm going to add just a little more sauce to this one. It's looking a little thin. Give me 1 second. Alright, so we've opened the other can, and we're just going to put a little bit. Again, it doesn't have to be much, and I'll show you guys what it looks like before, we throw it in the oven here. It doesn't have to be crazy amounts of sauce. You just want enough to keep it moist and make it saucy and delicious. And don't forget, as it heats up, too, it's going to spread a little bit. So, this is where we're at, guys. As you can see, there's a nice thin layer of sauce coating everything. It's on every piece, all the way to the corners, all around. Nice, yummy. Alright, so we've got like I said, we've got the oven heated up to about 400 degrees. You can go a little less if you want, if you're more comfortable. It will take longer though. And now we're going to throw the chicken in the oven and we're going to let it sit in there, probably about a good 10 to 15 minutes before we put any of the cheeses on. I'll see you in about 10 to 15 minutes. Alright guys, it is time to check on our chicken. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Oh. Do you see how good that is? The sauce is starting to cook up on the edges here. Alright, a little bubbling. You can see the juices flowing. It is looking primo. So, it is time now to add our cheese. Now, some people want to go straight for the mozzarella, and that's great. But what you really want to do is you want to take some Parmesan cheese, and you want to sprinkle that on there first, alright? We're going to sprinkle it on there. Oop, went a little heavy there. That's okay. It's not a big deal. Alright? Then you're going to take your preferred brand of mozzarella cheese, and you're going to spread out a nice thin layer, okay? But you want to make sure that everything is covered. Alright, you want to spread this out almost like if you were doing a pizza, okay? You're going to spread it, and you're just going to make sure that you cover. You don't have to go too crazy. Mozzarella is a very soft, very melty cheese, and it will spread on its own, and it will look and taste amazing. Alright? You're going to do both. I'm going to do both pans here real quick. And we're going to take our choice brand of Parmesan cheese, and we're going to just sprinkle a little bit more over the top here. Alright, it is called chicken Parmesan after all, so don't be shy with the Parmesan. Now we're going to slide it back in the oven. Back you guys up a little bit. Alright. Now that's going to go in until the top is a nice melted golden brown. While we are waiting for that, we're going to get our water going. We're going to put some salt in. If it wants to come out of the shaker, please. Thank you. Okay? Now some chefs are going to tell you you want to make it as salty as the sea. You don't need to do that. Alright? There's already so much salt in your diet. You don't need to go crazy. You just want enough in there to kind of help bring the flavor of the pasta back to life. It's also going to help the water boil a little bit hotter. Okay? We're going to get that going. Alright, and I am pairing the sauce that I'm using on my chicken. I'm using the same sauce to go on my pasta. The reason I'm starting these now is because by the time the cheese is where I want it to be, these should be just about ready. In fact, the sauce most definitely will be ready, and the pasta will be pretty close to ready. That way all we have to do is let the chicken rest for a minute or two while we finish off the pasta, and bon appetit. So I'll see you when this is ready to go. Alright guys, check this out. The chicken is finished. Look at that. You got those nice golden brown all around. Nice bubbly sauce, and it smells delicious. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, I really wish you guys could smell this though. It smells amazing. Alright guys, the chicken is out. It looks amazing. I wish you could smell it. It smells so good. But when you make it yourself, you'll see for yourself just how delicious it is. Now while these are cooling, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my stuff, and I'm going to go have some dinner. I hope you guys enjoyed this little saga here. If you like this, let me know, and maybe I'll do something else similar. If you don't like it broken down in sections like this, and you'd rather see everything together in one long video, let me know, and I'll gladly do that for the next time around. But until then, stay hungry.